Lots of commercial directors here at DMEXCO this year, as usual, of course. I'm with one right now. This is Damesh Patel. You're the commercial partnerships director at Multilocal, curation specialist. And I wanted to ask, you launched this carbon smart solution recently with an eye on that, and you also joined the AdNet Zero initiative. As a curation specialist, how does this help with meeting sustainability targets?
So there's a couple of things that we're doing in the sustainability space. The first is we've got our own carbon smart solution, which is looking at sites that have been pre-verified to have less than 1 kg carbon emissions per month. In addition to that, the general product and purpose of curation is to only send data signals, inventory and supply, and data audience targeting over in a deal which has already been condensed down. So a bidder doesn't have to look at the wider universe of supply. It can center focus on only what matters most, which then means less data is processed.
So just let me ask, does that mean that brands and advertisers just don't have to worry about sustainability anymore because you're taking care of it for them, or is that not what it is?
Well, it's a little bit of everyone has a responsibility here. So Multilocal are doing their part, looking at our own business as generally as a business across the board with our partnership with AdNet Zero. So we're looking at in-house as business how we can deliver against better sustainability goals. What we're also doing is the service that we provide, we're making sure that it's tailored, so it's the sort of most reductive view of the right audiences, less data then gets processed by the buyer side. And then we also have this added layer on top where not only do we send a curated deal where it's the right audiences and the right inventory, but we're also optimizing that supply further whilst the campaign's in flight. So it's just reducing the volume of data that needs to be processed to execute any campaign.
And is this the sort of technology that can just be easily deployed across the world, or are there some geographical markets that are perhaps not so open and perhaps not so bothered about sustainability where that can't be utilized?
Well, Carbon Smart as a solution from Multilocal happens on every campaign. Whether it's asked for or not, it's something that we do, right? Curated supply and active curation, which is optimizing supply in real time. In addition to that, we are also getting from our brands and our partners, they want supply that's pre-vetted as sustainable or low carbon. So it's the added combination of an algorithm or a set of processes that we've developed overlaid with inventory that's been pre-verified as low carbon.
Well, sustainability, of course, is a big buzzword in, well, every industry at the moment, not just the media and marketing industry. But another one is artificial intelligence, AI, and I think there's going to be a lot of talk about that here. How does that all fit into what you guys are doing?
Well, I mean, I prefer thinking about AI as machine learning, right? There's a set of algorithms that help us to be able to deliver against various different objectives. There's a lot of that goes into the way we look and curate inventory. There's a lot of that goes into how we're processing and optimizing on the supply side. Look, everything can be reviewed in terms of how do we deliver results faster, better, cheaper, right? I think is a sort of phrase in the industry. We're looking at AI across various components of our business to see how we can deliver things faster, better, cheaper.
Okay, well, and one of the things I love about Multilocal is that I guess your strapline is simplifying the purchasing of programmatic ads. That all sounds incredibly complicated, not very simple at all. How do you get the message across that it is simple to customers?
So look, the reality from a media planner buyer's perspective, and I used to be one of those on the buy side, running trading desks, is if you want to run a successful campaign, finding the right audiences across the right set of sites, you have to make 50 phone calls at minimum and get 50 sets of deals. Multilocal pre-vets and pre-packages all of those 50 up into a single deal ID. So we're really making what is actually a very cumbersome and complex series of tasks shortened down into, here's one thing that you need to do as the buyer.
Okay, and finally, what's the one thing you need to do here at DMEXCO? How are you finding it so far?
Yeah, look, the event's really good. I came last year, and I think last year there was a lot more focus on let's build on the existing relationships that we have. This year, it feels Well, there's more of us to start with. There's a few of the team that have joined, so there's more of us out here and we can sort of branch out where we're giving our focus. But one of the areas that we've all been sort of mandated with is have a look at what's new in the industry, who are, not just your existing partners, but also who else is doing what from an innovative space. Speak to the startups, go and learn a bit more, get a fresher perspective on things that are going on, because otherwise you kind of get stuck in the sort of day-to-day mill of everyday conversations, and this is a really good opportunity to learn something new.
Damesh, thanks very much.
Thank you. I didn't put my hat on.